What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Meet Your Movies, and I'm back with another review for you, man. This one, I know it's been a minute. I know I done took some time off or whatever. I need to be more consistent with it, and I promise you, I promise you, I promise you, I will be. But this review, this is for a film that I wanted to see ever since I saw the first teaser trailer for it, and that is Ryan Coogler's Sinners, starring Michael B. Jordan, um, Haley Steinfeld, Delroy Lindo, Wumi Osaka, newcomer Miles Canton, Omar Benson Miller, and I forgot the antagonist's real name, but in the film he plays Remick. So this is it, it's a mix of a few genres. It is a period piece. It's a horror film. It's action. There's drama. It's a mix of all of those different things. And this is Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan's fifth film together, and this is Ryan Coogler's first horror film, and this is a film that is also not based on any other IP or intellectual property. This is not based on a comic book. It's not based on any books. It's not based on something that's already been done. This is something that's completely new. It's his original idea. Now, like I said, I was excited to see this film just because of who was involved in it. That carried a bunch of weight for me just by itself. Then I started like as I went. Oh, and I did watch it in IMAX. I did watch it in IMAX. And before I watch any movie, I do a whole lot of research on it. And I did a whole lot of research on this one. And when I did watch it, excuse me, I was into the movie, but I was also thinking about all of the things that I had um, researched about the film as far as how things were shot, the IMAX cameras, the angles, how certain scenes blend together, and all that kind of stuff. So that when I was watching it, there were moments in the film where that I noticed the camera work where it was shot like this in letterbox, and then as certain things, as the scene got tense or whatever, it kind of did like this, so you could see the entire frame. And I must say, I enjoyed the movie. Not even gonna lie, man. I enjoyed it. If I have any critiques about it, well, before I get into all that, let me set the scene for you. This movie is taking place in 1932 Jim Crow era South in Mississippi. Michael B. Jordan plays two twins, Smoke and Stack, who come home back to Mississippi after a few years away in Chicago. Um, it's implied that they work for Al Capone, which you can tell because of like the time period and how they're dressed. You can tell they come back home. They want to open up a juke joint, and they have this idea of having cousin, their younger cousin, Preacher Boy, who's played by Miles Canton, to be their music for the juke joint. Also, Delroy Lindo's character, um, who is a pianist and a harmonica player. The music in the movie is the blues, and it's done very well. The music scenes are done very well. It kind of reminded me of how Idlewild was as far as the music scenes. Then, so the first half of the film is them going around uh, hiring. I don't want to say recruiting. It's them going around hiring all of their old friends and everything to talk to them about what they plan on doing. So the way they get this juke joint is they buy it from this guy Hallwood, who right off the bat, as soon as he's introduced in the film, you already know what he on. He's a white guy, so you already know what he on. And they, the first half of the movie is them going around hiring all of their friends. They have someone to do the food. Um, they have someone who provides them with the food, and they have someone who cooks the food. They got somebody to do the music. They get somebody to watch the door. They get somebody to do the drinks, all that kind of stuff. So we switch. Oh, we get a little bit of their character development along with all the other characters, and then we switch, kind of like not drastically, but it was just like the way they introduced the villain, well, antagonist, Remick, the way they introduced him in the scene, I was just like, all right, he just there on screen. And it's made clear right off the bat that he's not who he says he is, but the trailer gives that away, so it's not like I'm spoiling anything. So it comes nightfall, and it's time for the juke joint to open up. Oh, Haley Steinfeld's character and Michael B. One of the twins has a relationship. Actually, both twins have a relationship with these different women, and that does play a factor, an important factor in the film. I will say that. And so nightfall comes. These uninvited guests try to get in. Of course, they get denied entry. So one of the twins, Stat, he is the love interest for Haley Steinfeld's character. He gets this idea, says, "Hey, go see what they about," because this is the South, like Jim Crow era. So you have a juke joint with nothing but black people, and then these three white people come knocking on the door saying they can they come in. Of course, it's gonna be a little bit of hesitation, like, nah, we 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 don't know if y'all mean us good or harm. So nah, we're not doing that. So he gets this idea, yo, go check them out, see if they cool. She goes out, has a, I ain't gonna lie, it was a weird interaction. And it was weird because the way they were talking to her when she went out to see if they was cool was kind of like, all right, now you, like one person would say something, then the other person would repeat it, and it was just like real weird. Real, if it was in real life, you would be like, all right, you starting to creep me out because what you saying and what you doing, you starting to creep me out. Um, it I see a lot of people turning it, giving it comparisons to From Dusk Till Dawn, and I can see why they're doing that because it does take place. The film takes place over the course of one day and night, and it has vampires in it, so I can see why people are making that comparison. But it's definitely not that. If if I'm being honest, I saw From Dusk Till Dawn influences, and I don't know if anybody else saw, but I saw Django Unchained influences in this film as well. Like in the third act, in the like towards the latter part of the film. But I honestly have like a few criticisms for this movie. I enjoyed it as I do all of Ryan Coogler's movies and Michael B. Jordan's movies. I enjoyed it. My only criticisms are I did not have a problem with the runtime. I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't bored watching it at all. I was engaged the entire film. If I do have one criticism, it is I wish that the antagonist Remick, I wish his character was fleshed out just a little bit more. Because, like I said, when he first appears on screen, he literally jumps on screen. He like falls out the sky, and I wish we had gotten him a little bit more fleshed out. Um, the one scene in particular that the dance sequence that is in the trailer, and I watched other reviews for this film, and everybody was saying that that was like their favorite part of this film. I can see why, but me being honest, that part was okay. It was dope how they were blending all of the different uh, generations of music together. Cause and it seemed, I think it was a one shot. I think it was a one shot like Ryan Coogler usually does in all his movies, where he has this one continuous shot and he doesn't break. Um, that was dope. That was a really dope scene. It wasn't my favorite scene though. It's a lot of people's favorite scene in the entire film. From what I've seen from reviews, that's everybody's favorite scene. It's not mine though. My favorite scene is the action, the fights, particularly the fight between the twins. I like that, and I like the third act where Hogwood comes back, and the way they execute that, that was my favorite scene for one reason I won't get into, but that was my favorite scene, honestly. But if I had to, it was The runtime wasn't an issue for me. I already knew what I was getting going into the film, so I wasn't looking to be surprised or shocked or anything. I just wanted to go in the film and have a great time, which is exactly what happened. I had a great experience, and like I said, I saw it in IMAX. I paid the extra to watch it in IMAX. I highly recommend that you guys do the same. Um, it was a little bit too light for me, and what I mean by light is I would have liked a little bit more substance. Like I said, I wish Remix character was fleshed out a little bit more, and I wish there were more. I wish that they had given more explanation as to how he became a vampire. Like I don't need his backstory. I just needed it. I just wish his character was fleshed out a little bit more because he just came on screen and we just automatically know, oh, you the antagonist, you the bad guy. But I will say Ryan Coogler does have a way of making his antagonists in his films sympathetic. Like with Black Panther, we liked Killmonger. In in Black Panther in Wakanda Forever, we liked Namor. Or at least I did. I thought he was cool. In Creed, he didn't make me like uh Pretty Boy Ricky Conlon, but I liked him a little bit. I liked how he interacted. I like how he was fit into the story. So Ryan Coogler does have a thing. He does have his way. He has a great way of writing villains, or not villains, but um, antagonists. But if I had to rate this movie 1 out of 5, excuse me, sorry about that phone. I would definitely give it a 4.5 out of 5, minus my, and the 4.5 is literally because of my small critiques. But other than that, it was a great film all around. I highly recommend it. I'm definitely gonna go see it again. And I haven't seen a lot of films so far from 2025. People are saying this is the best film of 2025. I don't necessarily agree because we haven't gotten a lot of films. We're only in April, so we haven't gotten a whole lot of films this year. But it's definitely one of my top films as far as action, as far as black films, as far as horror. It's definitely up there. So, like I said, 4.5 out of 5. Highly recommend it. You guys leave it in the comments to let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and share the video if possible. And I will be back with more reviews as time progresses. Meet your movies out.